Hey, so I did want to mention that there is zero gameplay. This is literally just a 27-minute video of me talking. If that's not very interesting to you, I'm kind of sorry. I just wanted to make this a bit more of a intentional introduction video that I actually cared about as opposed to my previous ones. So, like I said, this probably won't be the most entertaining video, but it was something I felt was necessary to do. So, if you're interested in learning more about me, this is the video for that. So, there you go. Hope you all enjoy it. All right, we're going to try this again because the first time I tried to do this was not very good. Anyway, before we do get started, I do want to mention one thing. We are very close to my first ever milestone. So I just want to say, if you guys do like this video, drop a like down below. And if you want to see some more of this type of content, I upload pretty much every single day. So drop a sub. But let's get into the actual part of the video. So I did not intend for this to look like this, I guess. I was originally going to play a game and I was just going to basically make a new introduction video, but ADHD is a fucking virtue. I'm not going to mention like half of this shit if I play a game. So we're just going to raw dog it. This might not be the most entertaining video and I'm sorry, but I'll try my best. So the first video I did was a introduction video and my God, did it suck. So this is a more proper introduction to my channel and who I am. So I go by Voka Yuko. I do not say my own name though. I don't like saying my own name at all. I'll be honest with you, even like out in public and stuff, I don't like to say my name. So I don't say my YouTube channel name on here. My intros are random at best. So you're never going to catch me saying my name. But that's who I am. I am Voka Yuko. I've been playing games for 17 years, going on 18 years. So I am 20. I'm about to turn 21 pretty soon, which I don't think I mentioned that in the other video. But yeah, I'm almost 21. So there you go. I've been playing games since I was 3 years old. My first game I ever played was Pokemon Ruby on my Brick DS. I had the Brick DS. I also had a Game Boy SP that I played Pokemon Yellow on. I loved that game, and I love both of those consoles, the little handhelds. Oh my God, they were so good. They were so good. Bring them back. My first ever console itself, not a handheld, was a Wii. And then it was very closely followed by a GameCube. I've had both. I loved both, by the way. They were great consoles once again. My first non-Nintendo console was the Xbox 360. My first ever shooter, my first ever 360 game was Halo Reach. That game holds a very special place in my heart for that reason. So there's my, I guess, like where I started out at. I've been making videos for 2 months, pretty much an upload a day, every day. I've taken some days off here and there, but almost every single day I upload at least once. It's been that way for about 2 months now, so there you go. So, I guess for a little subplot thing, Voka comes from Vocaloid. I really like Vocaloid. I have a bunch of Miku figures. If you've noticed, my Steam name is Tedo, or it has Tedo in it. That is why. I really enjoy Vocaloid. Yuko comes from Dusk Maiden of Amnesia, which is my favorite romance/slice of life manga. It's not my favorite manga or favorite anime. I've experienced both multiple times, but it is my favorite romance/slice of life. I do have a small but decent background in speedrunning. Halo Reach. I was top 25 in the world in Legendary. I already checked, so you don't have to. That does not stand at all. Not even close. That was years ago, back before a lot of strategies were put into place. If you're wondering how I was able to do it when I was younger, I had nothing but fucking time on my hands. Let me tell you. Jesus Christ. I wish I had that much time on my hands again. I'd be able to do it again. But yeah, I don't have that type of time anymore, so I just have no ability to actually learn the new routes, the new tricks, and everything else that goes into a speedrun of Halo Reach now, so you'll never catch me in probably even the top 1,000 ever again. My next game is, I think, the game I have the most amount of time speedrunning in. It's Outlast. I love Outlast. We'll talk about Outlast later, as you can probably tell down towards the bottom of this document, or what is this, a note on the notepad or whatever? I don't know what they call it, but it's down there, so we'll get more into depth of my opinions on Outlast and stuff. But this is a timeless game for me, not just because of the speedrunning aspect, but because it's such a good horror game as it is. But when it comes to speedrunning, I've speedran this game for 10 years, give or take. There's some time off here and there, but I've 100% the game twice. I've speedran the game a lot. The category that I have the most time spent in is glitchless. I've done some glitches allowed which isn't, I don't even think that's an official category. It's a weird category as it is, but it's fun. It's really fun, but it is a strange category, but I have some experience in that one. My most experience, though, like I said, is glitchless. I've never put a time in officially, so I don't know where I would have stood, but I timed myself once, and I got like, I think it was 55 minutes. So if I pulled that again, I would upload it, and we'll find out where I'm at, but I have no idea. My next one, and this is my final one because I've speedran other things, but not notably, is Dark Souls 3. As you can see, I put in parentheses badly because it was bad. It was really bad. I think it was like 3 or 4 months of Dark Souls 3 speedrunning and trying to learn it. I never got good at it. I don't even know what my best time is, in-game time or me timing myself. I don't remember. That's how bad it was. We don't talk about that era, but yeah, that was my final notably speedran game, and notably for the wrong reasons. So some genres that I do like, I like turn-based, I like dungeon crawlers, I like roguelikes and roguelites, I like Souls games, card games. I don't know what DBD is called, but whatever genre DBD is considered. I love horror games, puzzle games, only a few shooters here and there, not my main thing. I'm not a big fan of most shooters. Story-driven games, hack and slash, bullet hell, MMOs, RPGs, MMORPGs, ARPGs, JRPGs, some looter shooters. There's probably more that I can't really think of off the top of my head, but that's a pretty decent grasp of the stuff that I'm into, the stuff that you'll likely see me playing. And as you can tell from my top 10 just below it, and even into like the top 20/30 there, that's a lot of those translate down into this. So starting it off with the top 10, I'm going to try not to like take too long on this. The last, like the previous version of this video I did, this took like 20 minutes because when I talk about Nier, I get really into it. Speaking of, Nier Automata is my favorite game of all time. It changed my life. It changed the way I view games. It changed the way I appreciate stories. It changed the way I appreciate soundtracks. It also changed the way that I appreciate tone. It changed the way I appreciate everything about anything in media, ever. It changed the way I view movies, and just in general, it was an enlightening experience, to say the least. So it has my favorite soundtrack. Actually, no, that's not true. We'll get into that in a minute, and I'll tell you about the differences of why I prefer Automata to Replicant. But I love the soundtrack. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the endings. I love the combat and how fluid it feels. I love the movement and how fluid it feels. I love the bosses in the game. I love each setting, and I love the setting of the game itself. My God, it's amazing. I love the title screen. I know that probably sounds fucking weird. I love that. I love the secrets you can find, the callbacks to previous entries in the series. I love... What have I not mentioned? I don't know what I haven't mentioned yet. What have I not mentioned? Characters? Voice acting? Soundtrack? Bosses? Area? Plot? I think I've mentioned pretty much everything, right? Off the top of my head, that's what I can think of. Basically, to say the least, I love every aspect of Automata more than any game I've ever played, ever. Followed very closely, and this has been a debate since I played Replicant. This has been a long-standing debate with myself, but I came to terms with it a couple years ago of, yeah, it's Automata. Replicant is my second favorite game of all time. I have played the original, and I have played the remake master that came out a couple years ago, clearly. I've 100% Automata and Replicant twice. I'm going to aim for a third on Steam at some point, and I might record that. So that might be my series, is me 100%ing both of those games on Steam. So I haven't done it yet, but I do play the games once a year, pretty much every year. This year I didn't, and that's just because I've been busy doing other stuff, and I've been trying to make videos I'm like happy with, but that'll be a different thing for a different part of this video. But yeah, Replicant. I love the soundtrack. It is my favorite soundtrack ever. I love the story. I love the map. I love the characters. I like the characters. Actually, funny enough, I love the characters more in Replicant, and I also like the soundtrack more, and I like the story more, but Automata has more going for it in terms of what I love. But anyway, like I said, this is years of debating with myself, but I came to terms with it, so I'm not going to get into it because it's going to re-spark something in me. But I love the map. I love each individual part of the map. I love the bosses. I love the secrets. I love the reveals. I love the characters, the voice acting, the soundtrack, like I said, the combat, the fluidness of the combat. It's all just so good. And for the record, both games have amazing pacing at what they're trying to achieve within that time frame. So just want to get that one out there. Next up, as you'll see, is RE4 Remake. Honestly, this was my game of the year for 2023. I loved RE4 Remake. It is a phenomenal game. I love every Resident Evil game except for 6, which I don't hate, but I dislike it. That's the only Resident Evil game I actively dislike. But RE4 Remake, for me, just did what RE4 did a little bit better in some areas. I like the horror, like the more forward horror that the game has. I love its own unique action, and I also really like that Ashley is a character in that game, like full-fledged character with her own section of you getting to play as her. I love that shit. It's awesome. I love the bosses in that game and the way that they redid them, and I absolutely adore that game in its entirety. It's phenomenal. Next up is Cyberpunk. I love Cyberpunk. I've 100% the game twice. I'm going to go for a third on Steam eventually. And like I said, I might make that a series as well. But this is a game I have a weird relationship with. I was going to pre-order it. I didn't. I didn't play it until Edgerunners came out. And when Edgerunners came out, I bought the game full price the same day I finished Edgerunners. I love Edgerunners, by the way. I should have included a section of like anime and manga and like just other things that I really like. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would have been important. Anyway, I love Edgerunners, but it got me to buy the game and send it. Literally the first week that I owned Cyberpunk, I put a working week into that game. I put 40 hours, actually a little more than that, into the game in 3 days because I took a break. At one point, I put literally like 42 hours into the game in 3 or 4 days. It was still one of the best experiences of my life. I love that game. And Phantom Liberty is my favorite DLC ever. It is my favorite DLC/expansion I've ever experienced in any game ever. I love Phantom Liberty. I love Cyberpunk. I love Night City. Night City is one of my favorite locations ever in any game I've ever played. It is phenomenal. But like I said, I love that game. I love the interactions between like Johnny and V. I love the interactions between V and every other character in the game that you get to interact with. I love the combat. I love the skills. I love the story. I love the endings. Each individual ending has different placement for me. I love that fucking game to pieces. It is phenomenal. The soundtrack is great. My fifth game, and this is one that's a bit debatable for some people, I've noticed Life is Strange has like kind of a weird thing going on recently where people are saying it aged poorly. I disagree. I love the mechanic of being able to rewind time, but that's not the main reason I love it. I love it because of the story. It's a phenomenal game. The soundtrack is incredible. The characters and their interactions are incredible. Both endings are incredibly made, and they both serve a very distinct, different purpose, and I love that, by the way. I also love that you get to choose the ending, and something that I will say that I really like is the development of... I love the development of each character. Like, you'll go into that game, you might end up hating some of the characters in it. You'll come out of it appreciating every character individually. At least I did. So, I shouldn't say each character. Some of them are questionably bad, at least for what they serve, but as like antagonists of the game, they serve a really good purpose, and I'm glad they're in it, you know? But obviously, I don't condone the shit they were doing. Number 6, though, is Undertale, and I actually had Undertale above Life is Strange, but something about Life is Strange does something to my brain. Besides the point, Undertale is a phenomenal game. It is a game I played for the first time 10 years ago, that hurts my brain, by the way. Automata is 8 years old. Cyberpunk is 5. Life is Strange is over a decade. Undertale is a decade old. Like, that shit blows my mind. I hate that, by the way. I feel old. I'm not even that old. But from soundtrack to gameplay to story to the areas to all of the unique interactions you can get between your character and every single character in the game, the art style, the pacing of the game, everything about Undertale is just, my God, it is so good. And the unique take on the way you play the game, influencing how the rest of the game is played, is so cool. I love that, by the way. I don't know what else to say besides I love Undertale. If you've never played it, go play it. I've played through Undertale, I want to say 8 or 9 times in my life, and I love it every single time. It feels like once in a genre experience, to be honest with you. It's incredible. Number 7 is Subnautica. I love Subnautica. So I've 100% the game once, and I plan on doing it a second time on Steam, because I haven't done it yet, but I've 100% it on console. Subnautica is my favorite survival game ever. I don't like survival games pretty much at all. I think they're all very boring, at least to a point. Subnautica does not do that for me. I love Subnautica. The soundtrack, the gameplay, the exploration, the story, the progression, all of it feels perfect. I love the uniqueness of each individual creature that you come across. Like I said, I like the progression system a lot. I actually feel encouraged to do a lot of it, which is not something I can say about a lot of games. But yeah, Subnautica is it's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love Subnautica so much. So number 8 is Outer Wilds, which weirdly enough gets confused with Outer Worlds. Not the same thing. Outer Wilds is an indie game, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. When you go into that game, if you go into it fully blind, you will come out of it being like, what the actual fuck just happened? Because that is what that game is. The story is told through each individual planet that you go to, but the thing is, you're limited on the time that you can spend on each planet because you have a reset timer. I just hit my desk. I'm going to hope that didn't pop. But you have 20 minutes in a single run to do things, but the progression you make in that 20 minutes carries over into the next run that you do. Subsequent runs, obviously, you'll get a lot more information and you'll be able to be a bit more efficient with it, but not knowing that and then experiencing it for the first time is incredible. The soundtrack is great. The gameplay is great. I like the mechanic of it, with the whole resetting thing. And I love the way the story gets told through visual and just more so text-based as opposed to in-your-face like cutscenes and stuff, right? I love that game. I love it so much. One of my favorite indie games ever. It is incredible. Number 9 is Dark Souls 3, and I actually have had a debate with myself since 2023 of throwing Armored Core 6 up into 9th because I love that game just as much as Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is FromSoft's best when it comes to boss design and soundtrack. I stand by that. They are yet to top that in the Souls department, but man, I love Dark Souls 3. And actually, just before Phantom Liberty came out, Ringed City was my favorite DLC ever. I still love Ringed City, by the way. That is a phenomenal DLC, but soundtrack, gameplay, story, each ending, the quests you can do in the game. Overall, I think each area is really good. I do. I like it. I know a lot of people complain that it's not connected or whatever, but it never bothered me, I guess. I like the idea that Dark Souls 3 is so weirdly placed in the timeline that it ends up being discombobulated. That's why it's not interconnected. That's why I really like it. Number 10, and this is the only time that I've done this, as you can tell, as you can fucking see, but Corpse Party is a series in my 10th spot because I don't know how to rank the games. To be honest with you, I love every Corpse Party game that I've played, each pretty much the exact same. If you want my actual, what is my favorite Corpse Party game, it's Book of Shadows, by the way. Book of Shadows is a great game. I love that game. It's technically my favorite horror game, outside of RE4 Remake, of course. But I love that game, and the thing is, I love each game for what they do. I like each game because they do something new for the story, and the story is where it really gets me. I love the gameplay, don't get me wrong. I love the exploration. I love the setting of each game. The soundtrack is also great. The voice acting is great when it's there. I love Corpse Party. It is a phenomenal horror experience in its entirety, but technically I should put Book of Shadows there. I'm putting the whole series there because I can't put one over the other, which is also some of that debate I had with Automata and Replicant is I love both games equally. I don't know where to place them. I came to terms with it. I'm not going to go into it. I swear, I'm telling you, I will go on a rant. Anyway, some other games, as you can see, this is what is going to be outside of my top 10. It's not ordered, but these are what you would expect to see. The Walking Dead game, Season 1 and 4, I love both of those games. And actually, before I played Automata, The Walking Dead Season 1 was my favorite game of all time until I played Automata, and then it changed very, very drastically. Tales of Arise and Berseria, I love both of those games. Those games are phenomenal games. I love them. Halo 3 and Halo Reach, those games are incredible games, and I know I've put Halo on a hiatus and I was doing a bit of a series on that. We'll get back to Halo. Don't think I'm done with Halo. When we get to 3 though, ooh, that's going to be its own thing, man. Ugh, I love that game. The Witcher 3, I was debating also putting The Witcher 2, but The Witcher 3 is my Witcher game of choice. I'm very excited for The Witcher 4. Oh man, am I excited for that. That'll be a series I do on here for sure. Assassin's Creed 2, I love that game. Ezio at one point was my favorite fictional character of all time. He's not anymore. Not by, it's kind of a large margin now, but at one point he was. Armored Core 6, like I said, that is my 11th. If I had to order it, that would be number 11. I love that game. That was my backup game of the year. So if RE4 Remake didn't come out, Armored Core 6 would have been my game of the year of 2023. Soma is one of my favorite horror games. Slay the Spire is my favorite turn-based game. It is also my favorite roguelike. It's also a deck builder. I love that game. My God, Slay the Spire is perfection. Slay the Spire 2, I will be making videos on when it comes out, by the way. Hades 1 and 2, I love both of those games. I love them both so fucking much. And I'm really glad Hades 2 won something this year at TGA. My God, am I happy for them. Outlast, like I said, speedran the game a lot. I love Outlast, man. That is a great game. I do not like Outlast 2 or Trials, though. Don't ask me about those games. Slime Rancher is another game that I absolutely love because I can turn my brain off and have some fun with that game. And the story is good. I like the story quite a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's a great story. It's one of those stories, once again, that is told more so through the progression that you're making and discovering the, like, sort of audio logs, if you want to call them that. And the audio logs also hint you as to where to go. I love Slime Rancher, though, man. It is such a great game. I love that game so much. Ugh, I love it. And then, obviously, there are more that I cannot think of off the top of my head as of making this kind of on the fly, but that is basically sort of like my unorganized list of where you could expect to see certain games. And so, my final talking point of this introduction is going to be my goals. I was originally going to make a goal video on its own, and I still might, but I wanted to include this here, so my goals are 10 subscribers. Like I said, we're very close to that. So when we do hit that, I will make a video on that, and I'll always say it. I'm very appreciative of everything, truly. My next goal would be 10 likes on one video. That is something that'll happen in time, and when it does, I'll be very grateful. I will not lie. That'll be something I'm very grateful for. Next is going to be my inspirations for making videos. I've been watching videos for pretty much my entire life, you know, and if I could meet or play a game or do something with people that I look up to and I feel inspired by, or that I just enjoy their content, because, like, I still watch streamers and YouTubers to this day. You know, just because I started making videos doesn't mean anything. I still actively enjoy watching other people make content. I love it. It fuels me even to continue to make videos and do all that. So if I could meet some of them, I would be eternally grateful, to be honest with you. I just want to thank every person that has inspired me in some way at some point in my life. The next one is going to be one that I hope to achieve at some point, and I'm going to give it my all to get there. I want to be able to go full time. There are not many things that I am passionate about, because gaming is far and away my most passionate thing that I love. You know, I love cartoons, I love movies, I love manga, I love comics, I love light novels, I love cooking, I like making music, but I'm pretty bad at that, but I still like the process. I like art and all this other stuff, but there is nothing in this world that I appreciate more than gaming. And so if I were to be able to go full time through the help of everybody else, if I were to be able to go full time and be able to do this for the rest of my life, I would happily do it. There is nothing that I would do less or more. What's the phrase? I don't know what the phrase is. I'm sorry, but there is nothing that I would want to do more than be a full-time video streamer, whatever it might be. There's nothing I would want to do more. And if we do get to the point where I'm able to go full-time, you will absolutely be getting a video on it, and I will never be ungrateful for the position that I would be able to be in. But that is a goal that I do have. Speaking of, I want to play a lot more games, and the only way that I can play a lot more great games is by playing games. So those two kind of go hand in hand, because if I am able to do this full time, I'm able to play more games, and as a result, I'm able to experience more games, which then fuels the passion that I have for making videos and playing games. So that is something that will come in time. I also will take recommendations. If you have them, drop them down in the comments. I will absolutely take them into consideration. So the next thing is, and I've briefly mentioned it with some of the other talking points, is I want to make a series on each of my favorite games. So I've already discussed it, but I am likely going to be making Nier videos, and those will be my 100% playthroughs on Steam, because I haven't done that yet. I can't promise that those videos are going to be fun to watch. I'm probably going to be quiet for most of them, but I do want those on my channel because of the impact they had on my life. And if I could allow people to view that game, if I could allow people to view any of these games in a better light, I absolutely will. 100%. I love each game individually so much, and the way that they've impacted my life is different in their own ways. So I would love to be able to do that. Another thing, and this one's kind of a joke, but also kind of not, if you're an artist and you want to commission, please let me know. Let me know, because I want a proper banner and profile picture at some point on my channel. Right now I'm using an image from, what am I using an image of? I think right now I'm using an image of Blanc from Nikke and Evelyn from League of Legends. To be fair, those are both great characters I love, by the way. I love both those characters, but that's not the point. The point is I would I would want a more proper banner and profile picture as opposed to what I have now, if that makes sense. And my final goal, and this is also going to be the conclusion of this video, is I want to keep making videos. I love the video making process, even though, like I said, I'm probably not the most entertaining person to watch, but I would like to keep making videos, keep my passion levels for gaming up, and, you know, make videos until I get there or something else happens and I somehow find something I'm more passionate about. But in the grand scheme of things, this is what I want to do, but this is who I am. I am Fokiyuko. Like I've said, I've been making videos for 2 months, and I appreciate any and all support, and I mean that now and also for anything in the future, by the way. So I hope this doesn't turn into a very long rant fest or like kind of just a nonsense thing, but I wanted to make a reintroduction video proper. And so this is my main introduction video now. The older one is god awful. I'm going to leave it up. I don't care. That's a piece of history, I guess. But like I said, if you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like down below. And if you want to see some more of this type of content I upload pretty much every single day, drop a sub. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later.